9 years, she's all set to launch her new movie. Lal Salaam has been interesting and the trailer looks amazing, with Twitter exploding with the trailer for the last couple of days. And now we have the lady of the moment, ma'am. Thank you so much. Talivar in an all new avatar. Are you excited, nervous, just hours to go?
Yes, I think it's not yet sunk in that this moment has arrived, and we've been working pretty much non-stop, so I think I'm quite sleep deprived in the first place. But yes, there's a lot of mixed emotions at the moment, and quite not sinking in.
You know, after the trailer was released, a lot of appreciation, and you know, people are just waiting to watch not just Talivar but also to see your movie tomorrow. Tell us about Lal Salaam. What is the concept of this? You said it has a political message. Tell us more about Lal Salaam with a little suspense.
I think the wait is pretty much over. It's only a matter of hardly 24 hours. And right now is not a moment where I should be talking too much about the film, but I would love to talk to all of you once you watch the film, because I think that would be the better way to do this, at least for this film. So the film generally is basically based on true events that has happened in between 90 and 92, and the screenplay is written around the true incidents that have happened in the film in and around Tamil Nadu. So the film talks about a little bit of politics, very little, but human politics, and it talks about a lot of emotions, human emotions. Basically, the film is a emotional roller coaster of how certain incidents can take a toll on a whole town, a whole group of society, two friends, two families. So I think that's where sports comes into play, and how a cricket match changes the whole fate of a society and a town.
You know, this is also the first time you're directing superstar Talivar Rajinikanth. Was it tough, easy? Because you said Mohiddin Bhai, the first choice was not Rajni sir. But how difficult or easy was it for you as a director and as a daughter?
As a director, I think he made it very, very comfortable from his side, because the script was already done, and he came into the script because of the content. So there was not much of discussion with regard to anything there, and he was extremely good, I would say, very nice of him. I shouldn't be saying this because it sounds very cringe, but still, he did not want us to alter anything for his sake of his stardom or whatever he has done, because this film is coming after Jailer. So that was like a celebration of Rajnism. So we had to be more careful. We didn't know whether we had to add what the film, and we didn't want to spoil what was already, because I was very particular that the content shouldn't, get missed out in all this. So he was very nice and understanding with regard to that, saying that no compromise whatsoever done with content. So I need to be in the content rather than the content being around me. So that was great. That was great as a filmmaker. It felt great because we had an artist of this magnitude saying that the content and the film is more important. And as a daughter, it was more of a proud moment to be there, because it felt like a moment of achievement for me to direct a superstar.
And also, was there any sort of advice, suggestions that Superstar gave while you were directing the movie? Because A.R. Rahman sir said that there were certain dialogues where, he did make those changes.
I would say that I was being extremely bold, but he was being a concerned father at that moment. He was very careful about what was being portrayed, and there was a lot of forward thinking as to what would happen if we said a few things. So I was more into the film, and I was a little I would say adamant about the fact that I did not want to change certain things, but then he had his reasons, and we, I think, came to a balanced ground after a point.
And A.R. Rahman, music, already everyone has been appreciating this. How is it to work with A.R. Rahman sir?
Rahman sir, like I've mentioned everywhere, wherever I've spoken, is a kid. At the same time, he is so much of a spiritual person. You learn so much from him, and there is so much positivity around him, and he's the best example of a person living in the present. He lives in the moment. He doesn't think about the past moment, or he doesn't think about what's going to happen next. I think it's amazing to live like that, because your worries, everything comes down, and there is no fear, and you live your life to the fullest for the moment. I think that's the greatest spirituality that someone can state that someone can be in. I've learned a lot from him that way, and more than anything else, he loved, again, somebody like him came in for the content of what we were talking, so he believed in that, and I'm extremely grateful to him for having been such a support for the film. And to me, personally, emotionally, we've developed such a lovely bonding through this film, which I hope will last.
And Lal Salaam, is it more about religious harmony? Because this is the first time that Rajni sir will also be playing Mohiuddin Bai's role, first time playing as a Muslim. So is this all about religious harmony, or is it beyond that as well?
I think, like I said, this film is something that people and press should watch, and they need to give their feedback rather than me talking about the film. The film needs to talk for itself, and I believe it will.
You know, of late, you know, we saw your powerful speech both at the audio launch and at the recent press meet. Does it sometimes hurt when people have these name calling everywhere on social media? Of late, there's a lot of negative criticism, not criticism, but negative thoughts running around whenever it's related to superstar. Does that affect you personally?
Not just superstar. I think throughout, generally itself, anyone, any kind of charming, any kind of anything for anybody would be hurting. Not just sometimes, it hurts for everybody. We're all human after all. So I guess in a way that everyone needs to be very socially responsible when they put out stuff, because everybody today has become the press, and anyone who has a mobile in their hand is able to voice out what they feel and tell what they think. So I guess you need to be as responsible as any other press or anybody when you put out something that imagine if it is being said to you, and you first need to think about how that is felt, and would you like someone to say the same thing to you. So I guess emotions need to be more kind on social media. You do not need to agree, you do not need to disagree also, but there needs to be a certain amount of ethics and decorum that you maintain emotionally when you think of people. I think being human on social media is very important.
Right now your focus is on Lal Salaam, but can we see more of you behind the screens going forward? Next movies are you thinking about?
It's all God's will, and to an extent we kind of can decide what we want to do, but there is something beyond what we want to do and what we wish to do, and this is not how we started Lal Salaam, and where it has come today is something that has happened. So I guess living in the moment is something that I've learned, and I'm living this moment right now.